And some 10 plus years after, here she is again singing in honor of my 40th. Please give her a big round of applause. She has grown in her talent, and I pray that one day she'll grow a little bit more in her head.
Just like God. And you know what they say, God? Good thing comes in small packages.
Now we celebrate Ganesh's 40th birthday. Ganesh, I just want to let you know that we love you so much and happy birthday.
Sit around to one and all. It is a pleasure from my little family, the Ramsahai family, to welcome each and you and everyone. There are 4 people in our lives. Without them, Ghana wouldn't have been here today. That is my parents, 2 sets of parents, Miss Pandit and Srimati Krishndat, Sharma, and Mr. and Mrs. Kishore. Without those 4 people, we wouldn't have been here today, none of us, for him to walk on, so he doesn't want to be here. So Gan, it's like 3 hours, or 2.5 hours. On this day, God has given me the best gift in life. Many years on this very day, I count my blessing by the grace of God that He has given us you into our life. You're my treasure. You're everything I have. That was the greatest gift I ever wanted in life. So you have made me proud. You listen to me 90% of the time. 10% is your own way. And that 10% I have to give in, because if I don't, then I'm in trouble. Great trouble. He would come, Mom, I know at the end of it, you're going to say no, but you know what? You're right. So I thank God for you.
Annie, bring Pop when you want, thanks.
Oh, by the way, before the pictures, I will really want to thank Annie for making this possible, because
Come on, let's make some noise.
Said, Mom, you always want to go to Virginia. Can we go Saturday? I said, no, I promise you a dinner. This is the dinner.
Oh, sorry.
And truly, you will all agree with me that Meena and Rama are blessed with their own Sarvan Kumar. Agree or disagree?
No, I'm blessed with 5 Pandavas in one.
And truly, I admire Jan's able to balance life as a husband, as a son, as a father, for all the things that he does for his family and his mom. And I know truly he's setting a glowing example, and I'm certain we're all proud of him. So let's give him a round of applause. You know, Meena said you're a small family. And how is family spelled? F-A-M-I-L-Y. You know what it simply means? Father and mother, I love you. Very easy. So my dear ones, let's move on with our program. Let me, at this time, invite our dear daughter Annie, the Dharampatni of Pandit Ganesh, and of course Bhumika, who have master planned this whole thing, and who was mastermind disclosed the whole thing, I'm told. But that's what a daughter is supposed to do. So now we listen to Annie and Bhumika. Annie, please say yes. And let's give Annie a round of applause, please, for her hard work. You know, I received a text message last week and said, Uncle Bali, I really want this day to be special. And you did. It is.
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Happy birthday again, Ganesh. Just want to say thank you all for coming. Without everyone, this wouldn't have been possible. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Uncle Bali. Thank you, Shivi and the team, and Ravi and the team, and everybody else. And Richard, thank you so much for surprising me, and my family for surprising me, because they all told me they're not going to be here. And so many other people said that, but I'm so glad Vishwani ji is here, who also said that, but I'm so glad you guys are all here for Pandit Ganesh. Yay! Happy party! I do know, like, maybe 3 years ago, when I turned 40, he said, I can't wait to turn 40. I can't wait to turn 40. And by the time I turn 40, I want to have this. I said, don't even matter. It doesn't matter what you have. If you want to turn 40, you're going to turn 40. And it will all happen when that time comes. We do have the beautiful Princess Bhumika. And she wants her daddy to be a king. And I'm going to buy a king kurta and a king chair. And at 4:06, she woke up and she told her dad, happy birthday. And I have to play the bar dinner on the phone. And all excited for a good hour maybe. And then she slept again. And she woke up 6, maybe 7 again. 6:07, like random time. Tapping him again, happy birthday, happy birthday. Daddy's going to be in the Monday in the basement. There's no arty. It's only a party. She's telling him there's no arty, only a party. I don't need $1. And so many things, and she's so excited. And then she said, Grandma Roshini has all the plates, all the beautiful plates, because we went there to take the plates over. And whatever she knew, she started telling him, but I'm not telling you who and who's going to be there. Mommy, I didn't tell him the city and the state. Because I've been telling him we're going to go to Jersey, we're going to go eat dinner, early lunch, and go to a concert. That's what Varsha told me to say that. I don't know, I didn't see them here yet, Pandit. Maybe they're stuck in traffic. But anyways, it all worked out. Of course, there's a lot of like, no, I'm not going, I'm this and that. Who's gonna be there? What am I doing? Where am I going? But I know this is what he likes. So I'm hoping he's really happy for this. And yes, he still looks 25. As you all know, the story behind his 25th birthday and the sign and reposting the sign. So I said, soon we're gonna have a 40th sign. He said, no. You mean a 20th sign? But anyways, thank you guys for coming. Let it be a party. And this is what his daughter wants. And he also said to me, like 3 weeks ago, I keep saying, what are we going to do with the Sunday? What are we going to do? Let's do something about it. He said, play tasa and I'm going to dance. So I said, okay, let's get everybody and let's dance. Anyways, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Annie. And you know what, Annie? We might not have a live Tasa group, but I'm sure Richard in the back has a Tasa group. We'll move this out and we're definitely going to dance Tasa, for sure. So again, let's give Annie a round of applause, please, for all hard work and sacrifice, putting this event together for us all to come and celebrate.
I didn't really do this, everyone did it. I just remotely a little bit, but thank you, Shivi, and everybody else, and Richard, and Ravi, and everybody else, Crystal, everybody. And Sandra, thank you so much for making this a dream. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye on the phone.
So let's move on with the program. At this time, it's indeed my honor to welcome to the microphone Ganesh's Bharkabai, and he's known as Sriman Anand Churmanji, all the way from upstate. Please to share his word of sentiments and blessings to God and the family here today.
Jai Sitaram. Thanks for having me here, Annie Ji, for the surprise. We were so excited when we heard we're going to be celebrating 40. I can't believe it's 40 already. I remember the first time we actually met in person. I met your grandfather, your Nana, a long time ago, but the first time we met was as a Tri Murti Bhawan, and you were doing puja, and I was really impressed with this young Panditji who came and had all the mantras down packed. But it's not only speaking the mantras, but I could have felt him from that day, and from since we've been attached and connected to each other. I'm so blessed and so happy to be here. Want to wish you good health, happiness, continue longevity. I know, as someone was saying, it's a lot of balancing between family life, community life, and now as a father life. Yeah. And so I implore on all of you to make sure you're giving him some time away from the community life too, so that he could live his family life and his father life. So I implore on all of you. But it's indeed a pleasure. And at 40, you know, that's amazing to be looking at 40. I remember when I was growing up and they said, oh, 40, he's old. Even my kids, when they hear, oh, he's 40, that's old. 40 is no longer old, but one thing I must warn you, once 40 hit, there's certain things that doesn't work as sharp as they used to prior to 40, but hopefully with the mantras and the puja, it'll continue being sharp. So anyway, want to wish you, we love you very much. Thank everyone for putting this together. Amazing job. Love you all. Thank you. And on behalf of my family, we want to wish you and continue to be part of your life for 40 plus
When
one.
we lose them, how much it hurts. But yet, in his own way, share his children with all his nieces and nephews equally and grandchildren alike. We must commend him. And so today, it's a great honor for this man to be with here to share this wonderful day with his family. Gan, who is so close and dear to his heart as he is to his own Nana. So you can well imagine the love that is emanating with him. So without any ado, Nana Bayo, he's here to address us. Let's give him a round of applause, please. And to you, Nana, I say follow you.
Jai Sri Ram. Sevitam Kapita Jambu Parachara Bhakshanam Umasitam Shoka Vinasikarikam Namami Vigneshwara Padapam Ganganapati Nama Ganapati Baba. Happy birthday to you. I'm so happy to be here. I was a bit late. We had another function there. But some people I didn't see them for ages. But thanks to Annie and little baby. We are here and assembled to have some fun with Gan and his 40th birthday. So let us enjoy all the evening, the rest of the evening, and have a nice time. Bye.
Babies
Whether
practically.
it's in Florida, whether it's any part of these United States, the Midas touch. And that's simply because to his side is his better half, our dear daughter. And of course I'm referring to our son, Shiviji and Tanuja. They're blessed with two wonderful boys, Akash and Rashad, following in their parents' footsteps with humility when they serve community. And we should be commended and applaud them. So let's put our hands together and give them a round of applause as we welcome them to the microphone. For you cannot begin to imagine all the hard work, the mastermind in putting this together and making sure that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Left nothing out. And so today we have such a wonderful celebration. So I welcome them to the microphone as they make their contribution. Again, let's give them a round of applause.
Sitaram, everyone.
Guruji, from my papa, mom, brother, and I, we wish you a very happy 40th birthday.
You have known Akash and I before we were born, and we also have to thank you for introducing our papa and mom to each other, because we wouldn't be here with otherwise.
Thank you for guiding us in our spiritual life as being someone we can look up to and depend on. Our relationship is very special to my brother and I because we have learned many lessons from you.
From assisting all of our samskars and to celebrating our birthdays year after year, we are very happy to be here for you for your milestone 40s.
Now that you hit 40, my brother and I are expecting you to hit another 40 years.
From the bottom of our hearts, we wish you a happy birthday and a long life filled with health, strength, happiness, and Florida.
Excuse me, everyone. In putting together this item, and the boys were, it's their guru's birthday, and Tanuja and I were the ones that were coming. They said, but it's our guru, we have to come. So it's an honor and a blessing to be here to celebrate his 40th, his 25 plus 15 birthday. And for every echo and every wonderful sentiment that has been expressed, you know how much you mean to each and every one of us, especially this little family. Tanuja has a special place in your heart, and your banters are unique to each other. To Pandit Hardawar, you have given him a wonderful blessing, but I must tell New York, he's on a timeline. I have put him on a timeline. For all of those, remember, April 1st, the house was purchased, sold by a wonderful realtor in Orlando. So he's on a timeline to come and do enjoy Florida as he moves up in retirement age. The retirement state awaits him. So, Maya, happy birthday. Thank you for allowing Gouge to continue on, although I'm sure you knew more than you let on, because you kept on telling me I'm enjoying the cold New York. Happy, happy birthday. Welcome to the 40th Club. And may Bhagwan continue to bless you effortlessly, endlessly, continuously to do the great work that you do, and bless each and every one of you. Us. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you very much, Sid. And many of you will wonder what the typical day like is for me. Well, Shivi had a good taste of it last week, Friday. He drove me from MCO to Ocala, back to Kissimmee, back to Ocala. And he said, boy, how do you do it? I said, that man up here. Thank you all very much.
Point of correction, that lady up here.
The Adi Shakti. Truly. My dear one, I'll be remiss if I do not make one humble apology, and that is to Pandit Ram. I've known the title was given onto him and bestowed upon to him. I'm not sure the ceremony was done as yet, but
What's in the name Shakespeare?
No, I know, but indeed, befitting the Dharmacharya, yes. Let me say this, I want to say it with distinct pride, the official Dharmacharya of New York, sanctioned by the USA Pandit Parishad. Jai Ho. Maaf kijiye, please. Indeed, it's a
The
blessing.
inauguration ceremony is on the 23rd. Lakshmi Narayan Mandir.
We have all this, the 23rd of April 23rd is the organization ceremony. Please make note if you are available and will able to be there. Please join. Thank you so much. With that being said, let me now welcome to the microphone Gans, Bess, God brother. The two of them bobble between who is the number one godson of their guru. That they will decide among themselves. But to be with us today is no other than our dear friend and brother by Navin Pagu. Let's welcome him to the microphone, please.
Devotees and friends, my humble namaste. Jai Shri Ram, teach every one of you. Jai Shri Ram, teach every one of you. Thank you so much. Now, every time I take this microphone, Pandit Ganesh gets very nervous. Very, very nervous. Yogi know what I'm talking about. He gets very nervous. But, my dear God brother, I want to wish you very, very happy birthday. We did a lot together. I had worked for him for a very short time. He haven't worked for me, I worked for him because he was my boss. And we did a lot together. I taught him a lot of things. He taught me a lot of things. I taught him things in life. He taught me things spiritually. And we have fought since I know him, and people that know him, and my wife always say this is my second wife. Because when he calls me, and this guy, I'm not kidding you, he calls me every single day. If he doesn't call me, he texts me every single day. And I'm not lying. Every single day he calls me. And Some of you might know for the last month or so I wasn't doing very well, I wasn't feeling very well. And one day he just showed up on my bedside and I asked him, what is he doing here? It was late at night and he says, well, I'm a Pandit and I need to be by your bedside. I said, wait a minute, if a Pandit is by your bedside, that means I'm going. So I got very scared, I got very nervous. So I asked my wife, she was my nurse at that time. I says, babe, am I going? She said, what do you mean, going where? I said, Ganesh is at my bedside, it's 10:30 at night. Did the doctors tell you anything? Something's happened? She says, no, he just come to see you. And they left and I was thinking, I said, I think I'm going. So I texted him, I says, God brother. We normally call each other God brother, right? And he says, I says, did you hear something that I didn't know? He said, what do you mean? I says, you were here 10:30 at night. How did you get up in the hospital in the first place? He said, I have a Pandit ID. And I showed him at the desk and they said, oh, we'll go up. I said, Pandit don't go certain hours in the hospital unless they know something is up. Is something up? He said, no, man. I just want to show you that I love you and I want to be by your bedside. So, I love you too. But thank God I'm not by your bedside, I'm by your side. But we fought. I'm not kidding you. But one time Annie witnessed it. First time Ganesh got married. I got a lot of story to tell, but I'm not going to take much time. So one time we were arguing, me and Ganesh was arguing. We argue all the time, like I said, and Annie was there. And Annie got upset, and he's like, oh my God, they're fighting. So my wife called her on the side, he says, Annie, leave them alone. They're fine. In a few hours, they'll be okay. And Annie says, no, they're really arguing. My wife says, no, leave them alone. In an hour or so, we were hugging each other and laughing. They say, you see, leave them alone. They know each other for years and years and years. And Ganesh mom wanted to tell you that as well. We fight for nonsense, just like me and my wife. So he knows, he called himself, I'm not kidding you, he called himself my second wife. When he called my wife and she answered the phone, she said, let me speak to my you-know-what. And this guy is so wicked, as you all know, very, very wicked. When he catches me in a bad mood, he will press on a bad mood and press on a bad mood until I say a certain word or a certain mantra. And you guys know what a mantra is. Then he'll hang the phone. Then he called me, text back and say, you happy now? I said, yeah, I'm happy. So he knows, like a wife knows how to press your right button. So God, brother, once again, I want to wish you all the best. Like everybody says, you're not 40 years old. I don't think you're 40 years old. You got a lot more to go. You got a lot more to give in our community. He's a giver. He loves to give. He's never home. I always fight to him. I say, you got to spend time home with your family. You don't need to be in the community all the time. You're young. You got a young family. Spend time home with your family. Am I right? He always liked to give to the community, give to Mandirs, give to all different organizations he's in. But you have to give. I know you have to give. But you need to receive as well. So today, all this love that you have here today, you're receiving. All this love, all these prayers that we pray for you. We pray for your good health with many, many more returns. I love you. You know how much I love you. You know the relationship you have. And I want you to be there forever. This chap here, come. Here, come. When can is my house?
April 1st. In a pop cut. April 1st. Check back Facebook. Facebook has it.
It's no longer there.
I'm going to tell you guys what happened. Look, my hand is trembling. I don't go on Facebook anymore because social media, they tell you things and you read things and you don't understand. So I don't go on social media anymore. My wife on the social media and she says, babe, if Ganesh is moving? I said, Ganesh is moving? What are you talking about? Ganesh is moving. I said, what are you talking about? She said, look at this. She showed me your phone. I start tremble. my heart starts beating very, very hard. I says, no way, Ganesh did not do this. She said, yes, he did.
Yes, sir.
So what I did, I blocked him with my phone. I cut him off completely. Ganesh is calling, he's texting, he's calling, he's texting. He called my wife, he says, is my brother okay? She's like, yeah, why? He said, because I think he blocked me, he does not answer my phone. So my wife says, oh, Ganesh, I gotta tell you something. He's very upset. She said, why? What happened? He said, you bought a house? So she said, no, man, look at the date, it's July. What is it? April Fool's joke. So now, me don't know that them two already communicate, so me try playing off now, right? So when he texts me, I'm blocking right away, he texts me, God, brother, how you doing, man? He said, oh, all is well, all is well. He said, are you upset about something? I said, no, what are you talking about? He said, but I've been calling and texting you, calling and texting. I said, man, you know, this phone never give, you know, then I get service sometime. And then after my wife told me, oh, me and Ganesh just talk. I said, oh my Lord. So he called me now, he says, you know, there was an April Fool joke, you know, it's not true. Is it true? Listen, take it easy, okay? Take it easy. I want to wish you a happy birthday once again, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you guys so much. Sorry I took so long.
I wouldn't say that fighting, we always pick on each other. But the mutual respect is there somewhat. And to clarify, I'm not moving to Florida. When I post nice things on social media, nice quotations, Pandit,
No, may not respond.
no, I now respond. So within 30 minutes, I got about 15 phone calls, quite a number of text messages, and 100 plus likes. I said, okay, this is what you have to do. Put your personal things on social media.
I can visit, you should be all right today. He's around still. My dear one, yes, thank you, David. Let's move along with our program. And the late Shivnarine and my good brother Dennis, for those who don't know, these, and my dear brother Ramesh, these were founding members of this organization. And she said that, I have a nephew who has just come from Guyana, and that he's fully ordained and able to practice. And I like the things that I see are being done in this temple. As a matter of fact, the Sri Trimurti Bhavan in our time was the first one that ever put young Pandits on the Singhasan. We remember Pandit Dubey, Pandit Uttam Prasad, Pandit Ravi Mishra, Chris Mishra, and so forth. They were all there. And mind you, our first time that we've met this young man with grace, with humility, with simplicity, and yes, a knowledge of learning of that of a senior Pandit. And that tells you of his upbringing, of his exposure, of his Diksha Guru, Pandit Krish Sharma, his Mamu, by the way, his Nana, and of course, he had some Moses who were like Pandits as well. And so he grew up in this rich environment that have mold and have a cast of someone today we can all be proud of. From then to today, we have seen him grow. And of course, we must acknowledge Pandit Chinalal, who is with us as the lead spiritual leader, the head of his organization, to recognize such gift and to enmold it as well. And so today we have this young man who is in our midst of our community, certainly like a diya. And what does a diya does? A diya is when it's lit, it wards off darkness. And it spreads what? Positivity, light, happiness. And you can look at the diya in many, many ways. Wealth, and so forth. So today, again, as we're here with you, honestly know how proud we are. Yes, indeed, it's a milestone and it's a major achievement and accomplishment. As I've said earlier when we started, We look at where COVID had taken us. So many loved ones have lost. Let's take this time for this moment to value them, to respect them, and live them meaningfully. Let's not live lives of regrets and sorrows, but in a sense of positivity. So Yogi is here and he's all set, ready to come on stage. So without any ado, Yogi is also a brother of Ganesh, a friend, a confidant in so many different ways. And of course, it's only befitting for him to be part of this wonderful program. So let's put our hands together, please, and give Yogesh Jagdev a round of applause. A man of many skills, talents, and of course, music to his heart. We listen to Yogi.
Thank you very much, Uncle Bal, for saying those beautiful words about my brother Pandit Ganesh ji, and for giving me, I don't know if it's a befitting introduction. But nevertheless, all Pandits present, my humble pranam, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, my sitaram to each and every one of you. As most of you may know, Ganesh and I are not only friends, but we are really like brothers. Like brothers, we share happy times, and like brothers, we share sad times. And like brothers, we also scold each other when needed. I think I know Ganesh for, let's say 20 plus years. I don't know exactly how long, but since we used to live in Guyana. And then over the years, that relationship blossomed into a friendship, and from friends, we became brothers. We have a lot of good memories, some of which I can disclose, and some I can't say at all. Right, Ken? We took many, many trips together, and we slept on the same bed, and all of that good stuff. A little story before I start singing, and my brother Anil are here. I don't think Anil was with us on that trip, but we were coming back on the first flight out from Orlando, and Anil and myself was able to pass the security without any problems. So guess who they held back? Ganesh. He had a cordless mic in like an attache case, so it was very suspicious at that time. So I told Anna, and I said, we have to stick around. We don't know what's going to happen to this guy. Well, I think luck and Bhagwan both was on his side that day, and we made it back. You know, Ganesh likes to follow me around. Just recently, he followed me to Orlando again. And I remember he's the one that introduced me to Spirit Airlines. Right? Gan and I were inseparable in our younger days, if you will. And then the man started driving, and there goes me. But Gan, thank you for being such a wonderful brother over the years. And I think, even though you don't have any biological siblings, I know for a fact you have a fraternity of brothers that will always be here for you, no matter what. And sisters as well. With that said, Gan is an only child, and I can't imagine what Uncle Rama and I say Maji, the emotions that you guys must have felt when he was born. And you know, you can never tell with kids, now that I'm a father as well, you can never tell with kids how they may turn out to be. And so I think this song is something that echoes the thoughts that may have crossed your mind. And I'm sure he's done justice to them.
First of all, thank you, Uncle Bali, for doing such a wonderful job of moving things along as you always do. And I think, you know, artists and everybody have been commended, but we haven't given him enough commendation. So that is a hard job. To coordinate the program in this manner is not an easy job at all. So I'm very happy to have him do this. I won't take up too much of your time. It dawned on me that I only live in this country for 10 years now. And I'm sure these events you are alluding to for Siachana must have been long before that, I'm sure. So you see why I'm just a relatively new arrival. But although we are, as Uncle Bali said, we are Purohits, Pandits together, we behave very, very stupid and bad when we're together. When a puja is going on, you know, in class, when a teacher is trying to concentrate and there's two disruptive students sit together, whenever they're together, they make trouble in the class, so you gotta separate them. And so sometimes, at some occasion, he sees me and he sits at the back, because you know, if he only sit next to me, what will happen? And another, one particular occasion, and this is a little, something, we also like to discuss Guyana politics too, a lot. So when the previous government was in power, that government, we should not have been there, but anyway, let me not go into that. He showed me one of these caricatures, Nagamutu dressed in a woman's clothing. And I won't say what the woman's clothing was, but it was Nagamutu dressed like that, and I could not stop laughing, he could not stop laughing. For at least half an hour, we were laughing so hard, to the point where our wives, his Dharmapatni was here just now, my one sitting over there, the two of them tell me, we do not know who these two people are. We don't know them. So, you know, we share a lot of these moments together. And I must also commend, you know, your birthday celebration would not have been complete without the Trimurti dance group. So please give them a round of applause. But there was one person missing from the Trimurti dance group. I wish Auntie Mendra was here today to dance too. You know, I really miss her. When I see the Trimurti group and she is not there, I feel something is missing, you know. But still, I want to end off then. Having mentioned that, I want to end off with a little Asirvad, but I'm not going to say Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabhu. I'm going to end off with the Asirvad that would have been given if the dance group was complete here today. That is, in my own voice, may your life be joys added. Help me out here. Sorrow subtracted. Sympathy divided. And love multiplied. Thank you. And on a serious note, you know, I really miss her today, but it's not about her, it's about you. So, I think before I leave, I think he wants to add to the little thing. Okay. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
So what Pandit Ganesh said, twice this incident happened, right? One night we were singing Chautal, supposedly. And when the Chautal finished, of course you're serving Bhojan. And out of a little naughtiness, I showed him the picture. And we laughed for 35 minutes non-stop. On the floor, until Auntie Shanta and Uncle Hansu disowned us. So we don't know them too by this now. But Pandit Ganesh and I have shared a very strong bond as well. And I gave him one task about 2 years ago, and I'm not sure whether he complied. In fact, I don't think he complied. So I reminded him, Pandit Ganesh ji. So when you go to Guyana, you got to apply for my TIN. Thank you.
मगर भी नहीं सकते तुम्हारे बिना हमें तुमसे प्यार कितना. If I can summarize in one phrase how I feel, and that is, I love you all. I know you're all eating, but please hear me out for 3 minutes. Firstly, we thank Bhagavan Ji. प्रभु आपके कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है. करते हो तुम कन्हैया, करते हो तुम कन्हैया, मेरा नाम हो रहा है, मेरा आपके कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है. Without the blessings of God, nothing in life is possible. And firstly, we give thanks to God for blessing us. We could not have been here without the grace and blessings of our foreparents. Hence, I give respect and adore and seek the blessings of all our ancestors that have Swargvasi, that has gone to the far beyond. This all could not have been possible without the kind blessings of my mother and father. Please give them a big round of applause. When we seize the opportunity to give thanks to them, we certainly do. I'm generally a person of less words when it comes to expressing my emotions, especially for my family members. But as I said, we don't know what tomorrow will be. I don't know. You don't know. प्यार बईचा या मैं बीता मेरा एक एक पल, अपना रिश्ता इतना पावन जैसे गंगा जल, ये रिश्ता ना टूटे, ये रिश्ता ना टूटे. If there's one thing we can ask for, it's for mother and father to always be there with us. And to my mom and dad, I want to express my sincerest gratitude. When a marriage happens, it's not between Dulaha and Dulhin, bride and groom, it's a conglomerate of two families. And to my in-laws, I want to thank them very much, my mother-in-law, and sisters-in-law, and brother-in-law, and all the nieces and nephews. Thank you all for your kind support and blessings as always. To Nana that is here, to all the Panditjis, to all my brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. And I'm very disappointed that thus far, Saroj Mosi has been very quiet. But I guess we play a little music for you to jump up this one. There's been a rumor in the family ever since that I am the favorite.
I'm the favorite too of my son.
So we are both two favorites. We are both two favorites. And when two favorites meet up together, you know what has happened? So, to all my aunts and uncles that are here, mamus and mamis, chacha and chachis, I want to thank you all. And the level of love and respect that we have is beyond my expression. To the Trimurti family, there's one thing I strongly believe in. And I say this, I've said this before, and I will say this today, and I will continue to say this. We never burn the bridge that we cross. And I'm fully indebted to that organization and the management then, now, and will be. If at all, I am anything that I am. To all the wonderful speakers that have spoken, whether it's deserving or not, only Bhagavanji knows. But that only propels me a little bit more to carry forth Sanatan Dharma. And that is a task that has beset us. To Uncle Bal, you know your position in our family. I don't have to say anything more. And I want to thank you for always being there. My mom and dad has placed, literally, they have placed me in your hands many times. And you have walked me through, and that is the kind of faith that I have in you and your family. Please give him a big round of applause. To my Baka and Bhai Navinji, Pandit Satish, Pandit Suraji, sorry, I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, Pandit Suraji. And to all the other Panditjis that are here, that were here, Pandit Nana and so on. Thank you all very much. To all the musicians, only one of them on stage. The rest are full of them. I want to express my sincerest gratitude. And Anil, please come. Anil, Tarika, the mom and dad. Even all, I have a second right hand. It is this young man here. Whenever I call upon him, he's always there. And thank you, sir. Yeah, this is one thing I'll shake your hand. Shivi and Tanuja, and the Ramnarayan family and the Sukhdev family. And I want to correct Uncle Bali humbly that the first car, it was not directly through the Ramnarayans, but it's actually through the Sukhdev. It was Shivi's dad's car. And the lease was signed over to me, right, on a Sunday. I just gotten my license. I wasn't sure how I'm going to take this car home. This Tanuja in particular, she said, you have to drive. I said, huh? And Sunil drove the blue car in front of me and I drove the red car. And that's how the car got home. I want to thank both families very, very much. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. And when I look around the room and I go to satsang and so on, especially in the last 2 years, I've realized then and now how much I've aged.
Mature.
And mature. I'm not sure what the mature part is, because age is something you can prove, right? And Mataji, can you hold up Chetan for me, please? Can you hold it up? This young man here, I've had the blessed opportunity to perform at his mother's 13th birthday. Where's Priya? Is Priya here? Oh, Priya's here. Thank you for coming. I've had the opportunity to perform his mother's 13th birthday and every other birthday celebration after that. Their marriage ceremony and every sanskar that goes with that. The reason why I single out her, not the Sukhdev, is because I've known her from a little girl, Priya. And she's like the sisters added to the family as well. And now she has joined the bandwagon of moving back to New York. But it's persons like these, couples like these, when I watch them grow, and I've said this to them in private and I'll say this again in public, when I watch them grow, it makes me very happy. It makes me feel fulfilled. It makes me feel successful, and that I've done something in the world. To all the children, continue to propagate your dharma. And I look around the room, I see Auntie Sheila. Auntie Tara is here too. You know, Auntie Sheila, in the life of Pandit Sanjay and I, she played a very pivotal role. Because she did not make joke to scream and yell at us whenever it was necessary. And if at all I get a likeness for the dhoti, it's because of Auntie Sheila. If at all I get a likeness for the Angocha and the Rudraksh, it is because of Pandit Chunilal. And I want to thank him in his absence. In fact, he told me last night, he said, I'm sorry I wouldn't be able to make it there tomorrow. I said, thank you for confirming that there's something going on. He was being honest. To every person that has helped in putting this together, I want to thank you all. Richard, please give Richard a big round of applause. Thank you very much. I heard you're not supposed to be here, is that true? Oh, you came by this morning. Thank you. And I always like when he's around because I sound better. I also want to thank Dr. Divika, who have instilled life in me several times. Literally. Yeah. Been seeing her for the last 20 some odd years. You know, when we mature and we grow and we make decisions and we see certain things in life, we know that we have gone from good stock. We should always rather thank the family from which we have come from. I am an only child, as you all know, but I have linked with many, many families that have brought me into their homes. And all these musicians and all of you guys, I want to thank you. Last but not least, Richard doesn't know this yet, but Navin knows this, my dad knows this, Uncle Bali knows this. Salish knows this a little bit. The 90% of the home is whom? No, in the home, the marriage. Annie, please come. Please give her a big round of applause for putting this all together. Where is she? I don't know where she is. Oh. Please give her a big round of applause. She did this. Tried to keep it a secret. Yeah, I was surprised. Honestly, I was. I knew there was something up the sleeve. But please give her a big round of applause. Because as Uncle Bali would have said, my parents know, and all you guys know, I am very, and I've said this on Bhumika's first birthday also, I'm very seldom home. And she takes care of everything else. And because of that, I can continue to do what I'm doing. When I was home with mom and dad, mom used to do that. And my dad used to say, you know, one more night of Navratri, two more, because school, work, not work so much, but school and Monday school, it was very hard. I mean, that encouragement I was passed on. And I want to thank you very much for your continued support. Because the task ahead for me is a long one, God willing. And I want one of my ultimate goal in life, other than moksha, right, is a reality, is to ensure that our Sanatan Dharma is continued propelled to the best of its ability, to the best of my ability. Camaraderie is a very important thing. 2 weeks ago, we were at a funeral in Florida. I'm sorry I'm speaking a lot, but us Pandits like to speak, and you all know that, right, Anibal? So, right? And the camaraderie that myself and Pandit Satish and Rish shared then, and shared here, and whenever we meet with Pandit Suraj also, the love and the affection. And this is what builds Sanatan Dharma. When our fellow leaders, if I may, can rub shoulders together for the propagation of Dharma, that speaks volume of the individuals. And I stand here today, I have no problem saying it, that I will pledge the last energy in my body for anyone to step on, to cross, to build a bridge so that our community can be unified and can be one in the name of Sanatan Dharma and the name of Hinduism and humanity. All of you here have one small thing to do, and that is to pray, so that we can have this job done. It's not there's no I in team. It's an effort that all of us has to put together. Thank you all very much. I was very much so surprised. Bhumika did a very good job of letting me know exactly the goodie bags for the children. And I was probing her last night. And she is more excited than I am. She was up at 4 o'clock this morning wishing me happy birthday. Demanded her mom to play the song on the phone. Right? And she woke up at 6, 7. And I've said this to myself, I've said this really publicly, that I've never wanted to be attached to a child or to our child. But I gotta say I'm attached to her. Naturally. Because of the joy and the love that they bring, the innocence. Yes, Papa. I don't know where Mama. Mom is at the back. Right? So thank you all very much. God bless. Enjoy the meals. And Anil promised me Kaitro later.
Okay, let's give the party boy a round of applause. 40
If I miss anybody, I'm sorry, but you all know I love you all. Pray for him on your also.
And we wish you many, many more happy ones. I know everyone is hungry and you want to have the
blessing to be here with you. You have led us, you have given us whatever you have to offer. And we ask Bhagwan to shower His divine grace upon you, as you have done for us in our life. Hari Om. I know Pandit Ganesh did not do it, but we will do it. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabhu Trividhi Tapa Nivarana He Vibhu Aja Janeshwar Yadhava Pahiman Shiva Hare Vijayam Guru Me Varam Shiva Hare Vijayam Guru Me Varam Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Gharadhvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tano Hari Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudakshate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Dhanyavad. Good to